everyone, welcome to another episode of TCG Talk, back today with another video. And in today's video, we're going to be doing another gameplay for you all today. Today's gameplay is going to be against a Dory that I was playing on my stream on my spoiler day on Sunday. Playing with some of the new cards, Be Like Water, Bonds of Ancestry, Dishonor. I was playing with Descendant Gustwave. The only ones I was not playing with was the Twin Twisters combo, which is now in my deck in the deck list below if you want to check that out. I was playing Pounding Gale and like Fluster and stuff at the time, but now since those cards have came out, I've thus switched them out. So overall, I'm really happy and it's really fun. The point of these isn't necessarily to show like Katsu's tier 1. It's to show you some cool lines that I've been able to do with Breeze Rider boots and only could do with Breeze Rider boots. And there's one line in here where the Dorinthea tries to exact block me and I ended up punishing her really bad off a hand that is absolute garbage, and you're going to see it. So we'll get right into the video here. Kind of go over lines. Really, again, this is just for fun. Kind of give you an idea. So for this hand's terrible. It's not very good at all. I'm just going to try to keep the leg tap. So I'm a block for 6 here and then hope that they don't have like a singing into like a Iron Song or something. I don't know. Something crazy. Ended up keeping the leg tap, which is pretty good. And then I actually draw into the full leg tap line. Again, if I was playing like a call-in or something, I wouldn't do what I'm about to do, which is pop Heart and Cross Trap to play leg tap. But in this, for the stream, I was just having fun. So I ended up popping Heart and Cross Trap so I can then pay for Hurricane Technique with Pounding Gale. But in a normal thing, I would just pitch the Hurricane Technique to play leg tap, play Rise and Earthrise, play Pounding Gale, and then, Arsenal a card if I end up getting it. So that's what I would have done in a normal sense, but I kind of just wanted to get the whole line off for the fun of it. So I ended up playing leg tap. They let it hit. We don't have to Katsu for anything, so we play Rise and Ethos for 5. Really good early threatening damage pretty consistently. Dory is like a straight race. Unless you truly have a dead hand, you're pretty much racing, and you're going to make the Dorinthea go again and have all her tools she needs to beat you. Dorinthea is a hell of a lot more consistent than she was before, but now it's really hard to make sure she trips up, because before it still was a hard matchup for Katsu. But it also the Dorinthea would like trip up every once in a while because she didn't quite have the same consistency. But now with Run Through and with Glistening Steel Blade and Puncture and all these other cards, like she really can race really, really well. So end up playing the Rising. They block the Rising with equipment and a card, and then they go ahead and block Hurricane Technique, which is really interesting. I wasn't expecting that. Maybe they just don't want me to keep it in my deck, but I mean, they truly kind of maybe just had a bad hand. So we draw into Dishonor, basically the block 3 Lunging Press, Flush the Fist, and leg tap. So you can basically go into the leg tap line again. Once we do this, we know that we don't have any more Risings in the deck if this does hit. So overall, on this play, Concealed Blade, as you see right there, is supposed to give my target attack action card +1, and when it hits, equip a dagger from my inventory, which doesn't matter, but it's supposed to give +1. It doesn't do that this turn because I try to get leg tap to hit, so I play the Lunging Press here just to get it to hit, but it doesn't do it. I just wanted to see it work. There really wasn't a huge benefit to doing it anyway, but it didn't work. So I ended up Kadachiing here. And again, this matchup's similar to Phi, where I just want to kind of push damage. So on a normal matchup, I probably would Arsenal Fluster Fist for a later turn, but against Dory, every point of damage counts. And she's used 3 of her equipment this turn. So I'm going to say, hey, you're going to give me 2 cards, you're going to take 4 more damage. So I can at least try to keep the life totals in a good spot. So she plays Glistening Steel Blade. I don't have much of a hand, but I do have the ability to potentially go from Be Like Water to Descendant into something else, but I ended up not doing that. And then here she ends up attacking again. Since it is a Glistening turn, I kind of just block out. Luckily, she didn't have any reactions. Her pitching reds was kind of a telltale sign for that. I end up arsenal the Descendant Gustwave, and then drawing into a Be Like Water and a Surging, which was super nice line with a blue. So I'm going to end up taking this damage. She ends up playing a Spoils War into a Dawnblade. I ended up just taking it. I'm going to give her a counter this turn pretty much. And then play out my turn. So I'm going to obviously start with Surging here. If I can get this to hit, I'll go get Bonds of Ancestry, which I end up doing. We don't need to give it go again, but we are going to go get Bonds of Ancestry. I'm checking my graveyard just to see what I can go get with Bonds. If I maybe want to pop Breeze Riders. And then ended up playing Descendant Gustwave for 0 for 5 go again, which is really fun. The 0 for 5 is just so much value. So much value. And what I'm saying here in my stream is like, Katsu is just so much fun now. All the cool stuff you can do. All the cool interactions you have. And then here, like, I can't go get a Dishonor, but I can go get like a Fluster just to push damage. I am getting 100 wins here. I should have gotten a Fluster because I'm not going to be able to trigger Mask anyway, so the go again doesn't really matter. But it is what it is. So look, it's a mistake on my part. I was looking back on it. I should have went and got a Fluster just to push more damage. I would have pushed 7 damage instead of 6. And it would have been, but still in a really good spot now. The Dory couldn't do a whole lot about it. They try to keep their Spoils War to then go get counters because they know I'm not going to want to block here. So as you can see, my hand is a whelming, Dishonor, head jab. Truly not that good of a hand, right? Max, 8 damage. If I get one of my attack, like a head jab to hit, maybe I go get McGinchie and then I can do something with that, right? Even a Snaps build. But in this Breeze build, you'll see what I do here. I just take it just to have some fun. Give her another counter. It's, again, normally I probably wouldn't be that crazy in a high-stakes match, but for this, I kind of just wanted to see what I could do with different lines. So I'm a little bit less block happy than I normally would be. So they block the head jab, and then I Kadachi whelming here, and they could block the whelming, but again, it really sucks for them to block whelming because like they're giving up another card in order to prevent mask. So they end up blocking one card here. Over blocking, as you can see, the only other block they could do, they could block with Courage of Bladehold and pop it, but they don't want to do that. Or they block with 2 cards, which again would leave them with no turn. So they try to cheat and block Xaxes. I pop it. I pop Breeze Rider Boots, which gives me Mass Draw. I use Katsu's ability, which then lets me go get Bonds of Ancestry into Whelming, which I think is what I end up doing here. So I discard the blue, go get Bonds of Ancestry, play the Bonds of Ancestry out. So here's what you can do, and here's something you cannot do with Snapdragon Scalers. So let's say I would have snapped this, right? We'll see the line first. So the line is I get Whelming to hit, I discard the blue, I go get Bonds of Ancestry, I play Bonds of Ancestry out to then go get another Bonds of Ancestry, then play the Whelming that I still have in hand, play the second Bonds of Ancestry, and then go get another combo card. So I'm going to play Bonds of Ancestry here, getting a Bonds of Ancestry, then playing a Whelming into another Bonds of Ancestry. So as you can see, I'm weaving in the lines here. I'm able to go Whelming Bonds, which I could not have done with Snapdragon Scalers. So this time, I'm just going to go for max damage. So I go get the Fluster. And then I play out the Fluster. And they quit. Or not quit, but they lose. So as you can see here, right? So this turn ends up being a 3. Then 2 Kadachis is 4-5. Then a 4-power Whelming is 9. Right, then we play a Bonds, which makes it 13. Then we play a Whelming, which makes it 16. Then we play another Bonds, which makes it 20. And then we play a Fluster Fist, which makes it 24 damage, right? So the reason I like Snaps on, or Breeze Rider Boots over Snaps on this is with Snaps, this line is not possible, right? Like if I Breaking Scales this with Snapdragon Scalers in play, I snap it to give it go again, and then I play Bonds of Ancestry. The second time I play Whelming right here, my turn is over. I have no go again on this Whelming. I can't I can't give it whelming to go do bonds again, right? I would have been forced to basically on that draw discard this, go get bonds, play bonds, go get like 100 wins, then play whelming gust wave, which again would have been fine. Or I would have just discarded this, went and got McGinty, played Lord of Wind, and then cycled some targets back into my grave. But what Breezewriter Boots allowed me is just have a max damage turn, which ended up in a 24 damage turn. So I don't know if you remember this, but I literally just did a 24 damage turn off of a Whelming Gust Wave, 2 Whelming Gust Waves, a Dishonor, and a Head Jab. These 4 cards turned into a 24 damage turn because of Bonds of Ancestry. Bonds of Ancestry is truly nuts, especially with Breezewriter Boots. It's something I highly suggest for anyone to try out. It's just insane. I'm not saying it's going to be the meta wave to play Katsu, but I think it's a very powerful way to play Katsu, especially when you have opponents who make one wrong decision on a turn. That's the power of Breezewriter Boots. It really can punish a player for just making the wrong decision on one turn. So hopefully you enjoyed this. If you did, leave a like, comment, subscribe. Join the Discord down below. Join the Patreon if you would like. It's some really good benefits there, some added benefits for the community. And let me know what you think of the content. And yeah, I'll see y'all next time on TCG Talk. Thank y'all so much and have a great day.